Hey, what's going on everybody? Blaze for here, and today I have for you a video of Black Clover Mobile here. And in today's video, guys, we're going to be going over the perfect way Black Clover Mobile can succeed after when it comes out, of course, here, guys. So if you guys are interested in that, be sure to hit that like button and enjoy the video. But right before we get into it, if you guys have been wondering where I've been actually on a hiatus for quite a while here. As you can see, it's been about 3 weeks, probably going on 4, I think, about a month here. And it's mainly because we haven't had content whatsoever. I didn't want to really overload you guys with just speculations, but you know what? I'm back and I'm coming back with it. I heard that we're going to be hearing some stuff on Wednesday, most likely, or at least hoping to hear some things on Wednesday. So if we do hear some things, you guys will be seeing a very hyped up video with that. And if we don't hear some things, you might be seeing a very angry video with that. We'll just get down to it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Now, right off the bat, we're going to talk about how, of course, we can think of the perfect way Black Clover Mobile can release. Now, as we do know, they did announce very early. We all started this journey on this channel very, very early. I think it was like at the beginning of December. The end of December, which was like December 25th, and which now we're in like March 6th now at this point. Now, we haven't heard much about the game. They gave us a very long trailer, and that may be why. Now, a good way that this game can truly succeed, we have to look at different competitors. Now, when it comes to different competitors, I'm talking about some big boys. We got us people like Genshin. We got us people when it comes to now Ultra Impact came out if you guys play MHA. And then we also have, of course, games like 70S and then Legends, Dokkan, etc. When it comes to these games, you have to kind of compare different things with them and at least see the aspects of what people really, really like to see in the game. Now, one of the few aspects that a lot of people like to see is when it comes to rerolls. Now, a lot of us, when we want our main characters or we want our certain characters like this, I will be doing a whole video about rerolling in general very soon, but we like to get our main characters. Now, one of the few games that did this correctly or in a way that you can really just, without just creating multiple profiles like crazy, in the correct way, that was Ultra Impact. Now, this game is fairly new, of course, now. So a lot of you guys may have not been on it. A lot of you may not be MHA fans, but I ended up playing it for a while. And in the time that I was playing it, and I still do play it every now and again now, you have a lot of fun doing this. One of the few things you can do is on the starter banner, after you get through with your tutorial, you're able to just sit here and reroll. You get a guaranteed UR, but you're able to reroll for multiple URs. So all you would have to do is just press this redo button and it'll go back through the summoning thing, summoning animations. And you can sit here and just try and get multiple URs if you wanted to, depending on what they are. Now, if Black Clover Mobile has something like this, I can definitely see it being very, very successful with it. This is one of the few things that can really make this good. But one of the other things that will actually make this the perfect game to be is rates wise. Now, I haven't talked about rates on this channel whatsoever, but when it does come to ratings and banners, people complain a lot about that, especially when it comes to currency and stuff like that. So it has to be somewhat free-to-play friendly while still giving us that decent difficult rate in between here. Now, something in between when it comes to at least rates, a lot of people give this game a lot of trash when it does come to the rates, which is 70S, as well as a couple from Dokkan. You have a little bit of rates problem with those two, and it's one of those two games that I really look at, and 70S is more on the bad rate side, and I look at that still being semi-okay. Like, you guys got to look at it from a standpoint, right? They have a decent enough rates where you can pull stuff, but they also have bad enough rates for the company to make money off the people who are having whales. The company themselves have to make somewhat some cash and revenue off of it, and it only comes from people who really like want those characters, want that. So the rates have to be decent, while also, of course, getting them some type of cash flow a lot more. Now, with this comes the talk about events. I talked about it in the past, of course, when it comes to that, and this is to pretty much allow people like free-to-plays to actually have their chances, especially when it comes down to like being able to keep up with all the other people who legitimately can just summon on everything. We have to have free-to-play some type of chance when it comes to that, whether it's either with like currency and something like that. It has to be something of that necessary needs. So that's one thing that you can possibly look at when it does come to this. Now, with all of this on the table, I want you guys to soak it in, but this is one last thing that I would like to say. Since we're keeping this video very short and simple, you guys can tell me down below in the comments what you may think that they could add here. But one of the few things I'd say that they need to add to keep people happy, to make this the perfect game, right? We already got our nice rates, we got our nice banners, we have our lovely character models, story and stuff like that. We have all that, right? But what's the small thing that can make this even better? Multiplayer, right? Multiplayer for most games, especially games like these, are massively needed. Okay, PvE, PvP, stuff like that, but also just missions in general, right? Now, with mini games, we haven't really seen mini games really strike that multiplayer aspect a lot. It's usually just, here you go, there's some PvP, here you go, there's some difficult PvE, but and they're usually like a raid boss, but they're nothing really difficult, right? They're not really there. They don't have that that we're looking for in a game here. So multiplayer is dang sure going to be one of the few things that we would like to see, and I would definitely say take example when it comes to Naruto Blazing back then, bringing up the goated game. I don't give a crap what anyone says, but when it comes to them, at least here, Naruto Blazing had their missions, right? Those missions were difficult. They had some that were difficult, some that were really easy, some that were in the middle, of course, and some that were just out freaking rages when it came to difficulty if you didn't have certain characters. This allowed, of course, people to play with their friends, enjoy their at least experiences together going through these dungeons, of course, which was like kind of like boss rushes and stuff like that, where pretty much you could just enjoy your time. The only reason why it flopped over on that side is because they didn't continuously make these obtainable to everyone at times for missions, and they always repeated certain missions instead of making more of them available to everyone. So we would have to do something like that, in which another good game that performed this somewhat is Bleach Brave Souls, where they have all these different little missions you can do. That would be something that would just make this game perfect, okay? It would slowly draw attention to people, seeing that they can play with their friends, enjoy their time with their guildies, stuff like that. That would be absolutely amazing. Now, that's what I would say would mold this perfect game here when it does come to Black Clover Mobile here. If you guys have any ideas of anything as well, leave it down below in the comments. But I'm going to be trying to come back very, very much so very soon, because your boy has been on this hiatus for a while. You might see probably a video a week or a video every 3-4 days, mainly because we are low on content. If we get some more information like people are saying on Wednesday, you guys are going to be seeing those daily uploads, or every 2 days uploads come back again. So alright guys, I'm not going to keep any promises on this, and if you guys are interested into seeing me play around in anything, of course, like any other games as well, let me know what you think about this idea. Lately I've been playing a game called Elden Ring. It's a brand new freaking game, and so if you guys are interested in seeing something like that and you would like to see me play it live, and we can just talk about Black Clover Mobile, talk about Elden Ring, or you can just see me play other games in general with my mates, then you know what, just go ahead, tell me down below in the comment section, and I might just start using Twitch for you guys to have something to watch while this channel's inactive at times. Alright guys, so I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you all take care, and thank you for taking your time out to watch this video. Bless.